Hi guys, so this is a video now on a sciatic nerve mobilisation, and it's some modifications and alternatives to the other sciatic nerve video that is on my YouTube channel. So the other one's I think under sciatic slump, and this is just going to be some variations of that. So everybody's different and everybody needs sometimes a little bit of a tweak with an exercise, and this is just giving you some examples of how you can do that. So what you're going to do is firstly, knowing how we're going to affect the nerves, is that if you think that you've got your obviously you've got your brain, and then you've got your spinal cord that comes all the way down your back. You've then got your sciatic nerve that comes across your bum, down the leg, and it branches out underneath the lower leg and underneath the foot. Okay, so all these nerves branch out like a tree. Now, basically stretching any part of that that chain can influence the nerves. Okay, so if you keep that in the back of your head, that in order to give this a bit of a stretch, you might need to move a slightly different body part. Okay. So what we're going to do is pop the hands behind, and the only reason we're doing this is just to keep the shoulders relaxed so that you're not propping yourself up. You're very welcome to keep your hands at the front, but again, as long as you're nice and relaxed in the upper body. So from there, we're going to drop the chin to the chest, and we're just going to slump down. Okay, so this is what we've done in the previous video. I'm actually going to take my hands behind and again just relax my arms down. From here, I'm going to pull the toes up towards me a little bit. And then I'm going to start to lift and raise my leg until I start to feel a little bit of pull, a little bit of tension. Now, you might feel it in a completely different place to everybody else. For me, I can feel it in the back of my hamstring, and I can feel it in the sort of glute area a tiny bit, okay? So, some of you might feel it calf, some of you underneath the foot, some of you back, then that's fine, okay? So from here, again, pull the toes up, raise the leg up until you start to feel a pull, and then we're just going to relax down. So this is what we did in the other video. Okay, so this is sort of your normal slump, if you like. And then from here, the alternatives are, if what you can do is you can hold that there. So I've got that bit of tension on now. If I actually point my toes, it actually releases that tension on the back of my hamstrings. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a pull again, so the tension comes back on, and then I'm going to relax. So this is just giving that sciatic nerve a little bit of a mobilisation, a little bit of a pull. Okay, so that's one way that we can change it, is by moving the toes. The other way is, I'm going to take that down and bring it over to the other side. So pull the toes towards you, raise the leg up until you feel a bit of a pull. Okay, so that was a little bit worse. So from there, I'm going to lift my head up, which releases the tension on that. I'm going to take it back down, and it puts the tension back on. So you can actually use the head to put the tension on and to release it. Okay, so that's your other option. I'm going to bring that down. The other option that you've got as well is, depending on if there's any if there's any tethering of any of the nerves, so if they don't slide and glide the way they should do, then sometimes they just get a little bit stuck. So all we're trying to do is sort of tease it away from wherever it's stuck and making sure that it's gliding nice and smoothly. So we're going to do that again. I'm going to come over to this side. I'm going to take it up to where I feel it, and I'm actually just going to twist my foot a little bit, because that changes as well. I'm going to point the toes, I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on. So the idea being that you're going to put that tension on and then release it, and then tension on and release it. It's not a stretch, you are just starting to give it a little bit of a pull. Just take it to the cusp of where it starts to feel that tension, and then release, and then try and take it that little bit further. Don't force it, nice and gently, just again tease it away from, if it's stuck somewhere and it's not gliding, you're going to tease it away a tiny little bit and then release. So there's some variations for your sciatic nerve mobilisation.